Just changing this image. We'll be back in around 7 minutes, right? Let me just see. No, chat box is still not working. I'm sorry about that. We'll be back very soon. Let me just turn back the music.
Open eye, feel Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go.
And we're back, guys, everyone. Hello. Alright, so let's continue. Alright, guys, so we're gonna, since you guys kept spamming the same question, even after we asked you not to, we're gonna restart, okay? So, new questions, new life. Female super zombies, that's really complicated for us to do. I'm not saying no, but it would be really hard. Love the game, it's just not the same anymore. Only people playing it have crazy aim means average players can't compete at all. That's a natural thing, Super Tommy, with evolution of games, time played. You know, if you join, for example, League of Legends, you can't expect to play like the pro players. You know, there is a learning curve on every game. There is. Do you guys have any plans on making clan territories more attractive for clans to compete in? Because right now they're quite dull. Steve?
Sorry?
Do we have any plans on making clan territories more attractive for clans to compete?
I mean, we added perks to it, and we had actually the idea to make them more customized, like for clans. For example, you can respawn there, but like overall, I don't see any kind of feature which will make them more popular than like like everything else what you could do. For example, like faster loot respawn or something that would ruin the the economy in terms of items,
No.
and also XP that would just boost people.
Yeah, I think because people really think, making them more attractive is giving them more benefits, and more benefits could cause an imbalance in everything, in the game, because the bigger clan will always have a very big advantage over others. It's not about just the clan that gets but holding it is complicated and stuff. Yeah. Make cars unable to run people over in officials. God, we tried this. No, I think no. It just kills the aspect of the cars completely.
Exactly, and that will also cause issues when you try to drive over zombies and stuff.
Yep.
Like
Um,
yeah,
yeah, because then
that
yeah,
will be too complicated.
cars are disappearing in safe zones. That's weird. When you come back after 2 minutes and your car's gone. Why? Because the car has a timer. While you're using it, the timer is not counting. But when you're not using it, they will have a chance of despawning because their time is up, pretty much. Why you nerf Woods to 150 durability now with one stun egg you can down 5 shields? Because Wood shields are to help you rush and not to help you camp. That's simply put, that's why. What about adding old screaming zombies that aggro nearby zombies?
Um, we actually had that in the previous version of Survival, and yeah, the community didn't like it because it was too annoying for them. So
But I
yeah,
think it
I mean,
fits
there's
now.
nothing really that says anything against that. But don't come to me and cry then that they're crying too much.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I do come to you when they're crying because that's my job.
Yeah.
Can you guys enable dynamic stats on AR? Yeah, I don't know if we can. We would like to.
Yeah,
Like
it
just
is. I think we had it at the beginning of New Sea.
no. Any chance you get a random spawn option? I'm not. So you don't have to jump to Argon and back to get a new spawn. Yes and no. Yes, there's a possibility. No, we won't do it because that is part of the game. That would make it too easy for you to jump around and find the perfect spawn for you, which is not ideal. With the new bus system, you won't need to worry about that anymore because you'll be able to spawn somewhere. Ooh, I'm near this bus stop. I can go and start my route wherever I want. Why did you decide to remove the shields from survival? Do you want to go into that, Steve, or do you want me to go into it?
Yeah, you can go for it.
All right. We removed shield. We didn't remove. We made them more rare in survival because they should be rare. They are game breaking. You can see in arcade that the game mode has turned into who can play shields faster. You know, so we did do that. So we're doing adjustments to be able to bring it back for people to use it like normally. You're gonna be able to use shields like a normal person, let's say, and not just spam 10,000 shields while you're running around. Yeah, this guy asked the same thing we've talked about. Could you put Colorado it's also repeated. Are you going to remove slow walk? Are we going to remove slow walk? No, we had a poll and the vote. Let me take a look real quick at the poll result just so you guys have an idea. 55% of people voted for it to stay as it is. And then you had Very few that canceled, so that affects it even more. It just makes it bigger. So yeah. So if you put together with keeping it silent, with the other option that was also keep it silent but limit it, it went to over 70% wanted it to keep it like that. Any plan to add more zombie variety like the running zombies? Yeah, that's just what we talked about. We do want that, we like that, we have that, but people complained about it a lot. Can the game updates affect your graphics so that your FPS is unstable? Yes and no. Yes and no. Because, of course, every change in any code can have an effect. But FPS unstable is something else. It's nothing to do with updates. Uh, questions in German, questions in Portuguese. You guys plan on doing various events during the year or just on special occasions? We do. We always have special events. This year we had medieval event. We had a Viking event. Just random events put in places where there wasn't, like you said, a special occasion. Add a new special ability in helicopter like divisions to save the loot. Nope, we're not gonna add helicopter. It doesn't fit the game. Period. Why respawn time is so short? People complain it's too long, but yeah. It is all about preference. You know, if you want longer respawn time, and then if you die, you literally lose your items. You won't be able to get them back ever, even if you're in a PVE server. Yeah. Might there be a rating system so you can give rep points to players you played with that helped you out? Though this idea looks interesting in paper, when we read it, ineffectiveness is not. It's not very effective because people can just give their friends positive rep so they can abuse it. So no. Santiago, if you keep asking the same question. Alright, make us able to choose between a few screenshots as our menu background, like it is in Tarkov, the current anime. Yeah, I mean, I am in favor of that, yes. No, we cannot increase the car timers on private servers. We want to make it hard as well. But like I said, the new bus system is gonna. Sorry, the new bus system is gonna help a lot with that. You guys will see without killing the hardness it is to get to safe zones and officials. A way to reset Battle Royale KDA. KDA will never be reset. You cannot reset your KDA. That's permanent statistics, okay? Because that's your kills and deaths average. So it cannot be changed. That's just hiding how good or bad you were. You're putting bases in. We will re-add buses in. Yes, we will rework the bus system that we have in, just not from safe zones, but not like you can go from the airport straight to the safe zone either, like we have in arcade. We're gonna make it different. Can we have separate character locations in Oregon? So we don't have. I can see into that, Skiruk. But the thing is, it would have to be an option and not something permanent because people use the two different maps to hop and get new spawns. Could you guys make cooldowns for spawns and add and more spawns overall? There's a lot of spawns and there is a system that doesn't. If someone spawn in that spawn point, you get automatically get moved to a different one. Why put ATM at these annoying places in safe zone? Yes, that's also going to be changed, Red Energy. We're going to make the ATMs much easier to access. Okay, from now on, repeated questions get instantly timed out, okay? I'm not going to be able to do anything, answer all your questions if the same people repeat the same question. Loot not spawn in the hidden tent, secret tents on the map. It is okay. I'm gonna translate
On
what
my
he
to-do
said.
list.
Okay. Yeah, so Chukito, that's on already being worked on. I'm gonna time out again because the guy has 4 messages. We want Bigfoot. Hey, leave me alone. Bigfoot's my cousin. Maybe make the ATMs not to take fee from the clan who the territory belongs to so they can stash money if they PvP around their territory. That's interesting. What do you think, Steve?
Yeah, sounds interesting. Yeah.
That is definitely something we can look into as a perk. After season 5 ends, is season pass coming? Or season pass 6 coming? Yes. It's not exactly right after, but soon after. What about a more variety of weapons like RPGs, bazookas, double pistols? Well, you can. RPGs, bazookas, anything that explodes is a horrible idea. Period. Is there gonna be a rank skin for top 10 for BR? Not for the time being. Maybe we can add later. Fine, there's no delay, but people are spamming so much that we have to read the questions from before. Alright, this is something that has been suggested, which I really liked the concept and the idea. But but the system's really complicated. And we would have to ask our coder to figure out a way to create that. But make so the loot's better according to the number of players in a server, Steve. But that would complicate. I know code wise that would be extremely complicated. But the idea, right?
Yeah, and it would kind of destroy the fact that we leave a few more servers on the official server so people can also farm there. Because when there's an official server with 2 people, these 2 people won't find anything. Like, yeah.
Playboy, please repair if you. This is a Q&A, guys. This is not support. Support, you can open a ticket easily. But if you're crashing too much with vehicles, try disabling fast load. Because your computer might not be able to handle all the process, all the new things that are loading while you're driving around. Can we have the player market inside safe zones? Thanks, Chupa. Player market? No, no. I know what you mean now, no. What about, no. Okay. Let's save this stream. Yeah, this stream will be saved as a past broadcast. We're gonna download it and put it on YouTube, right, Steve? Is that the plan? Yep. The seventh man asked, could you bring back the classic item boxes? Yes, they're coming back. Are you guys going to make skins? We're not gonna make skins for top anything for the time being, okay? Why I joined official server right now? There's a player that he shouldn't be able to create a character with that name. No, if you see it, just report him and just say it's an inappropriate name, and we will deal with it. What is such?
What the fuck?
The fuck is that word? Such. Yeah, let me.
So yeah, classic item boxes are coming back, but they won't have the same location like how it was. So, but they're already placed down. We just have to test the spawn timers and the loot on it. So, but that is planned for the next patch.
Can you explain about the item box in the next patch? Yes, there's gonna be item boxes back in the next patch. They're gonna have rare loot, they're gonna be rare in the map, they're gonna be good, like they used to be. Do you have a solution about we lose spawn protection 2-3 seconds right after connection? Yes, we do have a reasoning for that, we think. But Mr. Belch, it's pretty much when you start joining, the game will detect any movement. Okay, so if you alt tab while the game is finishing loading, so let's say the loading bar finished and you're alt tabbed, the game is gonna detect as you're already in the server, so your spawn timer is gonna start counting. Okay, and we're trying to find a way to prevent that, but for now, when the bar's full, just don't touch your mouse, don't touch your keyboard, don't move around. What about adding +2 XP for killing dog zombies? What do you think, Steve, about giving more XP to zombie dogs?
I mean, the thing about zombie dogs is that it's not planned that they should be like strong as like a super zombie. The mission of them is just to be annoying, and like on a place where like only 10 normal zombies, there should be like 30 dogs, for example. Like they need to be annoying, and it's already annoying to shoot them. I'm also still trying to figure it out because I didn't rig these models. I'm still trying to figure out the difference between shooting and melee them. Because shooting them normally takes like 3 bullets, but with the katana it's 1 shot. So I still have to figure it out to make them properly. But yeah, there might be a change in the HP of the zombie dogs, but first we have to figure it out to make them like proper working.
Alright, are we having interaction with game streamers? Yes, we are, constantly. We have a partnership program, we have a lot of streamers always in contact. A lot of big streamers that are trying the game out, seeing how they like, because as we said, we don't want to force people to play our game. We want them to like the game, and if they like, they stream it. And we've had a lot of people that are from different games. We had a Dota 2 pro player. We have a Dota 2 pro player playing our game. We have a Rainbow Six semi-pro guy playing as well. So yeah. Cars are getting in the way of gameplay. Like I said, this is a Q&A. Okay, if you need support, please open a ticket. And what about making an anti-camping system, like server kick after minutes of bullshitting in one building or in an area? Of course, with the timer screen. No, because that's part of the game. Camping is part of the game. Can we get kill streaks like 3 kills, UAV order, 5 kills is a... I really don't understand what you said, Twiz.
I answered that question already.
Okay. So you're answering stuff. If you destroy a wooden locker and the loot gone, or does it drop? The loot drops. Can you add the money system for killing people? The more kills you do in a row, the more money. Not in survival, that's not gonna happen. Can you guys do spawn protect? I just explained this, Mike Zera. How wood shields are more common in the next pack? Are they more easy to loot from the guy? From all of them, Freddy. They're just gonna be easier to have, but harder to use, pretty much. You're also a programmer, so it's not hard to implement. Okay, so you have access to our code. Good. Yes, item boxes, like I said, are rare loot infested. But there's gonna be. It's not always gonna be rare loot, of course, but they are gonna be better than any other loot area. Blackbud asked if you're gonna fix the netcode problem where you can hit someone that's partially hidden behind a wall. If you see that, if they're partially behind a wall, you can hit them. Period. Can you add invisible melee skins? It's the same guy that was complaining about the size of the melees on your leg, on your waist. Now he had the idea of making invisible melee skins. Okay, you must do something for players who cheat in this game. I report 1,000 times and you don't even look. For what is the report button? Let me explain how the report button works, okay? So you see someone who's suspicious, you report them. They get reviewed by the anti-cheat, they get reviewed by us, they get reviewed by our second layer and our third layer. If they don't get banned, most likely they're not cheating. We're not gonna ban people just because of number of reports. They get checked. Every single report gets checked. Okay? So yeah, it's not just because you reported someone they are gonna get banned. That's not how anti-cheats work. Alright? The one hit in clear view, removing the big market roof access. What do you think, Steve?
That's actually a point where I collect feedback right now from every single place. Like if the community wants to decline the market roof access, then of course we can do that. That's not a problem. But first I have to see if it's just like one can of 20 who doesn't like it, or if it's like 90% of the community. So there will probably be a poll again, because I also have to announce it, because people placed maybe lockers there, etc. So
yeah. Could you let shields spawn more often? We already talked about this. Yes, they will spawn more often when we change the system. New maps in Retire Colorado. This guy said this 5 times and he literally ignored what we said. I'm gonna ignore it again. You're not allowed to use macros that affect your gun shooting. Why did you change the zombie hit range? Is it more beginner friendly? Do you guys? Have you got any good feedback about that? Yes, we have. Because the idea of changing it so zombies can hit you, I'm not gonna say easier, but from distances that make sense, is because it looked too weird. You're running from a zombie, you get on top of a fence, and the zombie can't hit you anymore. So we increased because of that. Can you increase slightly the cooldown between jumps? I don't know how people feel about that. Eric, I think most people agree that jumping shouldn't be so often in the game. The problem is people are used to it, so it's really hard to make this change. It's a big mechanics change. Now somebody is literally saying that the loot chance should be better when we just read one that was too easy. Slicer looks a lot like an alien, and that's something apocalyptic. You don't know what was going on the research labs that were investigating it. You cannot say that. What about Ed? We talked about weather system. It's really complicated. This is something. Yeah. Yes, this guy saying the loot's too bad. Kinky, yes, we did. It was actually the first question. that we answered about grenades, DMRs, and shotguns. There's no such thing as non-sniper. It's AR only servers. The icon just shows us a blocked sniper. But yeah, I know what you mean. And we can see on doing something like that for survival, maybe. Do you guys have the snipers rare? Yes, there are other guns that are going to be rare and good. No, but camping is not a problem, Patri. Just because you don't like people who camp, a lot of people like playing like that. You think we should start wrapping it up, right? Hey, what do you think about removing arcade to put Code Zero? Hey, what do you think about removing arcade to put more players in survival? This is like a great example of should we just turn into a communist game, force everyone to play what we want them to play? What do you think, Steve? No, guys, this does not exist. We cannot force. We have this option. We can't simply just remove the game mode because you want people to play with you. If they want to play in arcade, they play in arcade. If they want to play in survival, they play in survival. We're constantly adjusting sniper chances. Okay, guys, so I'm trying to help you out with this, but you guys are not helping us out. There's no rule that says anything about using macros for shields and mats because they don't break the game. They don't break the game mechanics. They don't give you an unfair advantage at all. Do you want to answer something since you're active in chat? Steve, you can go ahead.
I mean, right now, most of the questions are actually already answered at the beginning. Maybe the people just joined late, so overall, I would recommend you guys to watch the past podcast again after the stream. Some questions about the balance of the loot between the two maps. Yeah, I'm constantly working on that. We are always changing the percentage, the drop chance, but the loot system it's a cached loot system. So, like when I, for example, make now antibiotics more common than the bandages, then it can take 24 hours before the changes are applied to the server. So it's always like the loot changes you guys don't really feel all the time, but of course if you do a big change then you feel it. But
yeah, it's constantly being changed. That's the idea, you know. So
yeah.
it's slowly adjusted, let's say.
About possible to get few of the old buildings back in the game, old small market where stronghold could be. No, we opened these buildings for a reason to one part of the community asked us to open more buildings, the other ones asking us to close more buildings, and like I see that like the more buildings we open, the better interaction is also for the people, you know, like I know it's a small market stronghold like back in the days is not possible anymore since that door on the backside. But you also could do it now with more people, you know. You have place like 2 people at the back and 2 people at the front, for example. But things, for example, the Overcrow, like the queen, we call it back in the days queen shit on buildings. That's something what I'm working on right now and found actually a way to optimize so it doesn't affect the customers that much. But Yeah, I'm not sure if I will finish that to the next patch because that's a lot of things I also have to replace in the map. Then I have to check if everything is closed up or like that is planned for the buildings. Then I also saw a question about the buildings in Boulder City, like these high ones. The problem is we cannot open all of them because when we open buildings, it also decreases your FPS. That's a fact. And these big buildings, they're actually really optimized, and I don't wanna touch that much your guys' FPS, you know, because yeah, who likes that? No one, right?
Yeah, like update they had in Call of Duty Warzone. I don't know what they did in one of the updates to the buildings, but everyone started having issues playing that game. I'm not really sure what it was because I barely play it, but yeah, that happened.
About that, I just want to go towards that bug. You know about a slot which is like kind of bugged in Battle Royale, where there's like an item on it, but you can't move it. We are still trying to find that error, but the problem is the server doesn't tell us that error because that error is probably client-sided, and it's probably written down in your client log. But we don't have access to your client log, you know, as long as you don't send it to us. So I would like to like when you have that bug the next time in Battle Royale and you close the game afterwards, please grab your R3D log out of your game folder and just send it to Chupa Ultra Me. Just drag and drop in Discord DM. Just send it over. Say
And
Battle
say
Royale
it
bug, you
was,
know,
yeah.
and then we appreciate it.
Since you mentioned this, let me answer just one quick question about, let's say, crashes and stuff. This guy just asks, any plans on fixing the 3D crash when tapping out of full screen? Unfortunately, that's not really up to us because that's DirectX error, not a game error. Okay, since the game is older, it runs on an older version of DirectX, not on DirectX 12, etc. Either way, that happens because of DirectX. It has nothing to do directly with the game. Okay, so that will keep happening, unfortunately, because when you have an application and then you switch to another one that takes control of your video card and DirectX, it just dominates it and you cannot reset it in time, so the game can't reload in time. All right, sorry, go ahead, Steve.
Yeah. Also because you said it right now. Like I talked already, I think this morning or yesterday morning with Fred about the D3D device, because we cannot fix that crash overall, but we might like find a way to let it like how to say, not crashing you so often, you know, because like back in the days you also had it like sometimes when you tapped out while playing in full screens, right? But nowadays I also see it on streamers. It's happening quite often, so it also could have something to do with a change that we did. So that is on our to-do list, so we investigate it a bit more. Maybe we can tweak it a bit, but like Chuba said, the game is running on DirectX 9, and some of you guys maybe know how old DirectX 9 is, and there's no way to update it, because when we update it, for example, to DirectX 11, then the 32-bit version will drop away. Like we cannot update both then. So yeah, in this engine version that we have, I don't even know if DirectX 11 can run on that. We would have to update the engine.
All right, let's see.
How long does it take for a car to respawn again? Like I said earlier, the map has 50 car spawns, and the server decides, like there's a max spawn of 9 cars in the server, and the server randomly picks a spawn, you know. So we cannot control that it should spawn there or there, and it checks every 300 seconds, checks it how many cars are in the server. One explode, let me spawn a new one, you know. But yeah, it's like around 5 minutes. Where the server checks.
Where's the cam lights and flares? We haven't added them because they don't really. Right now, there's no real point for them, but we can easily add them back. If they jump and are strafe jump close, the one hit melee will be a challenge to promote shooting them. Yeah, Kinky Warren just gave a suggestion on fixing the dogs, let's say. I often lose items after getting killed, which are moving under the ground. Items should not be moving under the ground, depending, of course. But yeah, if you're having that constantly, try disabling item physics. So that will never happen. Since macro is a non-issue, do you think it would be a good idea to remove the 3-click or 3-3 on your hotbar to med and just make it one button similar to Shattered Skies? Like the food as well in our game? We could, but the problem is people would accidentally use DX when they had, let's say, 99% health, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So that's a good protection for you. We could do that for sure, but that would cause that as well. Why there's almost no players in survival servers? I see here there is. On our panel, I see a lot of people in survival. The problem is probably they're mostly looting right now. How about players having issues with ping spikes in NA official servers? Have you heard anything about that, Steve?
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. It is mainly happening right now on SA and QS servers.
No, he's talking about NA officials.
Yeah, that's what I said. US,
Okay.
NA, US. I call it US servers. We did a little change to the actually game servers itself, and we have to like spectate it right now, like watch it, how it reacts to the client. And yeah, when that happens, then the best thing is to just DM someone of us in the night, Chupa, or during the day, maybe me, because then we have to check the internet, because the machines are fine. The problem is probably the routing on the internet connection. So we have to make a test and then take that test and complain to the server provider. Otherwise, we cannot really do anything.
Alright, since we're wrapping it up, Banana Joe asked a very important question. Steve, any patch leaks you want to do? You want to reveal something from the patch?
I mean, yeah, like we said earlier, the new season pass is coming, but that is normal. There's also going to be like a own skin box only for the season pass, because I think that system is way better how it was before. That there's like only that skin set available in the season pass, so it creates a bit of rarity. We talked about the SA US server. Oh yeah, the recoil. We're going to, because the thing is, the recoil and the spread on guns. I also watch, like I constantly watch streamers, most likely Banana Joe, Dragoon, Envoy, and I see when you guys PvP with full equipped, full attached weapon, how you guys shoot, you know, and I know exactly how you feel when the bullets go like, and that is something what we really have to change, you know, like, I'm not talking about that we should make a weapon strong without attachment, because in my eyes, a weapon without attachment should maybe be good at close range, but in long range, no. That's why we have attachments. And right now we have the situation that the attachments are kind of medium rare. So we could actually, like, my plan is to buff the attachment. So as soon you put it together with the weapon, that you can hit something, and not only like one bullet and the next one goes to Blue Ridge trading, you know. So that is something what we have planned, Chuba and me.
Yeah, we're constantly working. Like in the past few days, right? We've been touching this shit all the time.
Yeah.
Either me or you touching the stats.
Then I actually had the patch notes thread open. I don't know why I closed it. Right, it's okay. Like item spawns are spawning again. I think we said it already. We also increased the food spawns overall. Chupa also added I think 3 days ago he added more things to the food loot tables, like bananas, apples, something like that, you know, because we have it in the game and why not, right? So maybe in the future we will also make something so you can actually cook. We will see. Also something that we have been increased, or is going to be increased, is the general loot on the official servers, because the problem is that there are more people on the official servers farming non-stop. So when there's like a new guy joining the server and finds nothing, it's not good. Let's say it like this. So like on the official servers, the most likely the civilian loot will be increased. So you find actually something. Yeah, you can at least fight against zombies. Military loot will stay like it is. That is normal. What else? I mean, yeah, basic fixes. For example, the ammunition on the crafting list is broken right now. That will be fixed on the next patch. Oh yeah, we did a change to Colorado V2 V1 White Star. We added a 5-story there because people would like to PvP there, and they asked me to add the 5-story. So I was like, why not? Let's test it out. If people don't like it, we can just remove it again, you know. What else is worth to say?
And just answer this quick question. This guy's asking about adding the old Colorado map, and this is literally the oldest Colorado map there is. Okay, this Colorado is the original Colorado. Everything different is from after, not from before, and we want that one. We want to have this classic one.
Yeah. Very good. That would not work with that with the loot chances. Depends of the amount of players. Like we said, you know, like when it comes to the popularity, if we would decrease the servers so people are more stacked to each other, then it would maybe make sense. But right now we leave the server like that is, because not everyone can afford a private server and they're looting on official servers. And like we did back in the days in the original ISS, we found in other regions when there were like offline sleeping or something, because then there were like 1-2 people on the server and you could farm. But with your idea, then that would not make sense because the loot will be even worse. So
But your man.
increase flag domination. Yeah, that you can write it in the Discord. That's something small that I can literally do like in 2 seconds. That is possible, of course.
Jesus Christ, this guy. I'm. Okay, relax, Chupa. Calm down. Okay.
Yeah,
So
what's
this
up,
guy
buddies?
is asking once again I would love the old Colorado map to return. This is the old Colorado map. If you want a different Colorado map, that's fine. It's your right to. But this is the old Colorado map. Anything different is newer than this. Okay? Okay.
Because of the token currency and battle royale, my idea actually is to add also like buffs to the marketplace that you can buy with tokens. For example, 1 hour double coins, like buffs, or 1 hour. I don't know. I created a huge list with ideas. That is actually the plan, but yeah, you guys also have to understand that right now we have a huge player income into survival. So right now, like I would say, like 75% of our time we work on survival, but we still work also on the other game modes, of course. But like these kind of buffs, they have to be coded into the game, and we also don't want to add something which is broken and something. So yeah, it will come. But as of right now, like Chuba said at the beginning, we are a really small team, and we're trying to patch every 2-3 weeks, and that is already hard for us. So yeah, just believe in us.
Yeah. Like, we are a very small team, guys. And you guys just want instant fixes for everything. We're not EA. We don't have 25,000 people in our office. You know, we are constantly working. We work way too much, actually. Like, to a non-healthy point. Alright, yeah. It's horrible. No, public lockboxes and public servers are never gonna happen. Are you guys gonna bring back? No. Alright, so I think we are pretty much... Any last minute questions, guys? That's why WGC again. No, WGC, we always do WGC and events like that during special holidays.
There's actually one running right now.
Patriot, no, that's not how it works. That's not how it works, guys. Simply, you know, wait, let me just... Option to simply switch off all skins in survival. That is something we've considered, Bleak. Giving players the option to hide all skins for their end, but it's extremely complicated.
Yeah, because for you guys, it's maybe just visually like a like a texture change or something, but in the database, like it's actually an item. It's not only like something that the server puts there. So and this work that visually the client only shows like the normal custom instead of the fallen angel one, like that is a lot of process. And yeah.
Is there a way to reset KDA in Battle Royale? No. Can we get small clock on the HUD? Yeah, maybe we can do that. That shouldn't be that hard. We'll see. I'll definitely ask about it. Lights in big cities like pylons or light coming out of houses? No, because there's no more power. Only generators. So yeah, there's no light. How about locked areas like military bases? Yes, that is an idea we've had for a while, and we plan on implementing it on the maps soon. Not soon, but soon TM, What do you guys want for the future of the game? This is not a question. We want the game to do well. We want people to actually have fun on the game. That's what we want for the game. That's a weird question. It looks like a fucking Miss Universe pageant question. What do you think about the future of the planet? No. Can you make Chainsaw better? Sure, we can. Did you guys plan to communicate with famous? Yes, we do. We have. We are. Love the new update.
A little comment to the chainsaw. Like the chainsaw itself is actually pretty good because you just have to hold and then you just kill the zombies. But also the fact is that you can collect most amount of wood with the chainsaw from the wood spawn. So I always have a chainsaw in my backpack when I go and farm. So
Yeah, so do I. Oh wait, you're talking about the game, not real life. Never mind.
oh,
Right, any last minute? We're not gonna take a game mode because other people want us to force people into that other game. Okay? Guys, you have to understand that. Um I personally like survival much more than arcade. I think Silent feels the same way personally. But that's preference. It doesn't mean everyone needs to do the same thing.
yeah. And I mean, there's still like around 40% of our player base in arcade. So
Yeah.
don't forget that. And
Batida, about the payments in different currencies, about that, it's impossible because all the costs are in one currency we have. We don't have the ability like Riot Games has that they have services in every country so they can have different prices. The same goes for Steam and big developers. We're a small development team. Everything that we pay for, we pay in one currency, so every income needs to be in the same currency. Why the chat is not on the screen? Because it broke, and I tried fixing it, and Streamlabs broke as well. In down sense, can you add an option to? We can see about that. Is it possible to add a hover button for inventory to drop items? Well, I mean, asking
that's
if
actually
it's
something
possible is a
something.
hard thing because yes, everything's possible.
Yeah, that is actually a request of mine on Fred's to-do list. To assign a key that I just hover over the loot, press the key, and then it drops it automatically. Because like that moving to the side, and sometimes I just move it somewhere else, and I feel you. I feel you. Planning to add loots from those who have Prime and Amazon. Yeah, I was actually in contact with them. It was actually a problem, but they wanted to have our statistics and the amount of people watching our Twitch, and we were probably not good enough since we are a free-to-play game and they have only a limited slots of free-to-play games, and there are other games which are like League of Legends, which are free-to-play and way bigger than us. So we cannot compare against them. So we tried. That's why we have the Twitch drop feature like non-stop enabled.
Sniper spam respawn PvP. Red Zerg, do you guys have any plans to fix sniper spam? Yes, we have. It's called survival PvP. That is a definite solution. Unfortunately, arcade is turned towards that. Period. So
Yeah,
we can.
arcade is just there to come from work, start a game, and just have fun. Just to enjoy, have fun, YOLO everything. Don't care about anything. Just have fun. And that's why we also have like AR servers. So in case you don't want to play snipers, join ARs.
And why are there so many cheaters in our game? I think you're playing the wrong game, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Freddy, that's what I talked about with the same as the mags. You know, we do have the idea of creating a way to undo items into crafting material in the future.
Cool Hawk, no, we do not support any currency between game mode. GD to SD, we don't support it. If you guys trade that with a middleman or something like that, that is up to you guys.
It's not our
But
problem.
that is not the official feature.
American Pica, yes, we're gonna do this more often, for sure, for sure. Today was a bit messy because, yeah, it's been a while since we did. Place and load and yeah, but that's not our problem. Remove skins, removes. Yeah, so make the game completely free to play and remove all our methods of income that doesn't break gameplay. So yeah, no, sorry. Our anti-cheat works extremely well. The game is, when it comes to that, that's good. But yeah, but removing skins is just a huge no-no.
Oh, and adding loot to the Twitch Prime Twitch drops now. I think Banana Joe also asked me about that, but the problem there is that people create multiple accounts and gather more loot, and we don't have any control over that. That's the problem, you know. When we add DX right now, we don't know if there are only like 500 DX or all of the sudden 500 million new DX in the game. Like, no, that's why only skins or skin boxes are going to be on drops. So
Alright, guys, so let's wrap it up. And Infestation Survivor Story was also your game. No, we took it over after that game literally failed miserably. So we fixed it, and yeah, we're here now. Alright, can we wrap it up? Silent?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Right, guys, thank you all for watching. Thank you for participating. Thank you all for the questions. We'll try to bring this as many as possible with as many variety of teams as possible. All right. Maybe someday we'll have Fred and Silent, Elias and Fred, Elias and me and Fred. So yeah. Steve, you want to say anything at the end?
Stay safe, wash your hands, and wear a mask.
Oh yeah, wear a mask. Okay. See ya.
And to me.
Wiem. Kurwa i mnie wybił. Wiesz, idziesz do osoby i kupujesz skina od osoby, a nie idziesz do sklepu i kupujesz postać za 480 funtów, nie?
If they're looting, I'm gonna do one more, I guess. I like nuggets. Beautiful char, right? And a nice